Hello and welcome.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
It's been a minute.
Yes, it has. It's been a while. I hope everything has been going well with you. And
You as
so,
well.
um, before we get into it, I do want to ring the meditation singing bell to clear space and energy, and then we can get started.
Sounds good.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Right. Capricorn new moon
Yes.
yesterday. So for about 3 days is a good time for setting intentions for new projects, ideas, abundance type meditations, all those good things. This is a very active new moon. It's actually a stellium in Capricorn with the Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus all within a few degrees of each other. So Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign that is considered the workaholic of the zodiac. It is ruled by Saturn, Father Time. So it's a very mature, sometimes stoic kind of energy. On the natural zodiac wheel, it rules the 10th house, which is your honor, reputation, profession, mother or father, um, basically where you do your work. Your 6th house is what you do for work, and the 10th house is where you do it.
Mm,
So, a lot of attention around career and what you do in your life, or your responsibilities. Father time is all about the ability to respond. So, uh, Capricorn is very resourceful. So, they can look at something and, upcycle it very more easily than others. Um, Saturn rules the bones, teeth, skin. So, this kind of sort of powerhouse uh, grouping of planets all together like this, you might feel, an old injury rear its head. You want to be really careful with anything that you're doing. Uh,
bending over.
yeah, physically, yeah, taking your time. Um, and certainly, if you're older, um, stretching before you do any kind of big project, or yard work, or heaving file cabinets, or whatever it is you're trying to do.
Really, it's just to get up out of the chair.
Just keep moving.
Yeah.
um, I had a dear friend who is Capricorn take a really bad fall at Christmas. She
Mm.
turned 70. Her birthday is December 26th. And she just somehow slipped up and fell on a hard ceramic tile bathroom floor and just really severely bruised her whole side. It's a miracle she didn't break something. So we've
Mm.
been, I sent her a Life Pro infrared torchlight, which is
Mm.
basically a small travel size infrared light, and it's supposed to heal injuries, like to help circulate blood and oxygen, and there's a warming effect to it. So she had never tried that, and I sent one to her, and I don't I mean, I think there's really something to wavelengths and bioelectric energy in our bodies, and that infrared light helps affect um, all kinds of things. You know, now they've been selling products for anti-aging and acne, and so anyway, you might see more emphasis around structure and skin type issues. If you go to lionmountainhealing.com, I've posted some herbal ideas for common ailments to bones and teeth. Um, so the new moon is also has a Saturn Neptune conjunction setting up here that will be perfected in April. It's a pretty big deal. Right now, it's in Pisces, and it was last there in 1989. And that's when the Berlin Wall came down. Um, there's usually, with Saturn and Neptune, you're going to have subject matters concerning religion and science intertwine. It happens about every 36 years. Come April, it will be at the 0 degree of Aries, which hasn't happened since, I believe, the 15th century, like during King Henry VIII's rule. And that's when the monarchy separated from the Catholic Church and created a religion where he was head of the church. So as you look around the globe, you're seeing a lot of conflicts between um, sects and sects, not sex, but sects of religion, um, culture, you know. So there's a moral undertone to all of this. Um, we have Mars, Mercury holding hands with the new moon. This is about turning over a new leaf on an old script and recognizing patterns of your behavior when it comes to communication and assertiveness. Mars is very assertive. So, you know, Mercury Mars helps us learn how to effectively assert ourselves through communication without being like passive aggressive or um, confrontational. You know, there's a lesson there to learn with being honest with yourself and communicating in a clear, concise way what your needs or desires are without it being, you know, ruffling feathers. Not that it wouldn't with Mars, that is argumentative, but this is an opportunity to be more assertive with how we communicate. I believe Mercury goes retrograde. I had looked that up later in the month. It was a little early to start talking about that, so I kind of skipped over it. But
Hmm.
Venus, Pluto are in a conjunction as part of this. They are in Aquarius. So that continues to evolve artificial intelligence. Um, it's really otherworldly how science is taking us into other dimensions. When I think of Pluto, Venus, and Aquarius, you can see a lot of that artificial intelligence in dating sites. Um, you know, Venus is love and money. Pluto rejuvenates that. And um, in Aquarius, it's uh, in new ways. So you might find where you've never considered online dating, you might all of a sudden find you're interested. There's a very positive, lovely trine with Uranus to the new moon, and that brings an ease to all of this conflunctory. And I don't know if conflunctory is a word, but that's how I feel about this configuration. Jupiter is retrograde right now and will be retrograde till mid March. So it's in Cancer. I'm sorry, Uranus was the trine to the new moon. Jupiter is an opposition to the new moon, retrograde. That you'd want to be somewhat conservative with investments and speculation during this time and give Jupiter a chance to station direct. You're seeing all these crazy markets with gold and silver, precious metals, um, all of the talk about the gold backed currency. So the word currency is very significant during this time because it not only can mean, the monetary value of how we buy and sell and trade goods, but also our bioelectric energy is a currency. So being very aware of your thoughts and your electromagnetic energy towards money will affect having it. Always cancel out any self talk that is negative. Never say you're without or lack. You always, no matter what, I am abundant. My family and my friends are abundant. Whether you believe it or not, whether you are or not, you say it to create it. This is a really powerful time for restructuring um, unfulfilled dreams. So maybe there is some kind of negative emotion attached to something not having come to a fulfillment, but under these different energies, you certainly can evolve it into something better. Um, a lot of this has to do with your own mind's eye and perspective. If you're stuck, say you're just stuck on, not letting something go or grieving something that didn't work or any kind of grief, this is about using your mind to, mind over matter, meditation that helps you through any kind of negative vibrations, because it's very important that we keep our energy high, keep your vibration high, be aware of who's around you and the energy they have, and not being shy about excusing yourself from any kind of, you know, unsavory behavior. Um, I have had, I think I've mentioned a neighbor who moved in that is interesting to say the least. He is from Australia and has a lot of opinions about how things are different in America. And he drinks heavily and smokes heavily, smokes wacky tobacco heavily. And so one of the things that, and this comes back to patterns of energy that you recognize in yourself, one of the things that he triggers in me is that pattern of addicts. So my brothers my ex-husband were all heavy drinkers, not shy about doing drugs. And the consistent pattern with that is everybody's always doing it to them. They never take responsibility for what's happening to them. Might be that they drink too much or that they're irresponsible because they are stoned or whatever. So um, he got really vulgar. He'll have these big bonfires up at the end of the road. And of course, I walk my dogs pretty regularly at the same time, whatever. And we used to chat every once in a while, but he really started getting just so down on people. And, he's got a lot of, he's got two ex wives, three children between the two ex wives, and is always complaining. And I noticed that, when I walk away from any interaction with him, I just want to go like this. It reminds me of my brothers and how they would rant about everything happening to them and never taking responsibility.
Hmm.
So I've gotten so if I see he's out up there, I go in a different direction. And that's what I mean about if you notice someone's energy affecting yours, or like you need to like shake it out, then
Mm-hmm.
do something to not put yourself in that energy. Because these days with Pluto and Aquarius, as we get more firmly into the 2020s and towards 2030, 33, it is about your energy. It is about being mindful of your own electromagnetic fields, your bioelectric vibrations, and not allowing them to be manipulated by artificial intelligence or other people, and using your intuition and your gut instinct before you rely on anything else. Um, if you are trying to decide about something, some kind of life decision or um, money issue, and you feel like you just can't make a decision or know what to do, the remedy is to sit quietly. Um, find that stillness within yourself and just be consistent about that. And I promise you that if you will give that space within yourself time, you will find the answer. You will hear it very clearly or see it, whichever way you get your intuition. You'll see it or hear it or feel it. So, we have a couple of eclipses coming up mid-February, early March. So this builds in the atmosphere. Eclipses build energy. If you're feeling like there's something getting ready to sort of like uh, happen or happen, there's that anticipatory kind of feeling like you just know there's something getting ready to shift, and that's what you're feeling is the lead up to these eclipses in the next few weeks. So today we also have the sun entering Aquarius. So happy birthday to all the Aquarians out there. And that puts Uranus in the spotlight with electricity, and things feeling more spontaneous, more surprising. Um, there's anticipation of possibly a substantial earthquake on the west coast in the making. So not only are our bodies adjusting and shifting, but so is the earth and the different platelets of the ocean and mountains. There's all these sort of synchronistic kinds of rumbles, and our bodies are responding to that as well. So all the more important to, have your practice of um, meditation. Can be many things. It can mean watching a ball as you're batting it back and forth on a ping pong table. It can be sitting in a yogic position and oming. It can be a walk. It can be painting. So, raking sand is a classic, Zen kind of practice. Anything that makes your mind focus to get it quiet. So, my best words for this new moon leading up to the full moon, which is on February the 1st, and it'll be in Leo, is quiet the mind, quiet your body, quiet your energy, and allow your intuition to speak to you. And that Neptune Saturn conjunction leading up to February is about bringing your dreams into reality, or waking up from a disillusionment of some sort. I'm going to take this on, like a current, like a matrix level. Like, so I think that we're going to be waking up to a lot of things in our world, uh, wherever you are in the world, whatever the government is, whatever your socioeconomic situations are. I think that the Neptune Saturn conjunction is the wake up call to um, open your eyes and see things for how they really are, and not how they've been glossed over and fed to us to believe. I think many, many things that we have thought have been one way and we've been taught one way are an illusion, and we've been disillusioned. And to remember that as things, as the veil comes down and these realities hit hard. Saturn is, about growing up and being mature, and that can come with some hard truths. And with Neptune, that's about bringing secrets out. So, you're seeing a lot of different headlines about fraud and corruption, and we are just in the beginning of that. That will continue like a snowball to unfold. And I would say just hold on to your hats, um, and rejoice in the times we're in, because these are really magnificent times and days to be alive, that we can be so connected to the earth on a vibrational level and not controlled by like other egomaniac, narcissistic powers that be, that have no compassion or connection to how you live your life and care for yourself and your family on a day-to-day basis. So I guess that's kind of my soapbox. I feel it's a very spiritual new moon, and a time for everyone to just sort of reevaluate what your goals and dreams have been, to not get discouraged for those things that you don't feel have worked out. 100% of the time, that evolves into something even better if you just keep your mind open and positive, and be around positive people. And if you are, being drugged down by negativity, then you have the power to put yourself in better environments. And that is my soapbox.
No, I mean, I think it sounds good. It's kind of in alignment with something that I've been going through. Um, I don't know if you know, I work for Timu on the side. um, I've been doing it under another person. So, um, basically, with that job, I've learned a lot about Timu. However, the work ethic of Timu is really bad. Like when you think about being in a sweatbox, like they expect so much work in a short period of time for a little bit of money. And I'm thinking, like, if they want that in such a short period of time, I mean, they're going to have to pay. Like, they're not going to just pay peanuts
Right.
and expect, like, quality work and, um, and then crack the whip. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like maybe Chinese people, because, you know, uh, like work is scarce, in my opinion, and they'll just do anything, just to have income. But it was giving me a lot of stress, and it actually made me hate Timu. like I, like I'm on a Timu strike right now. Um,
Okay.
yeah, like, I don't care, like, if they have great deals or whatever. I know how they operate. And so, um, I'm kinda glad that I don't have to do Temu anymore. Let's just put it like that.
I'm really glad you brought that up because that stems down to authenticity. So,
Mm,
like they always tell you with stocks and investments, invest in things you use and you believe in.
mhm,
So just like that, that touches on this moral fabric that I'm talking about. Like if you're dealing with a company or something that doesn't sit well with you, then do something about that. Um, there's Neptune is about oil refineries. So you've seen all this news stuff about fuel
Venezuela.
oil and refining and production and
Mhm,
you know this company you know treats their people this way and this company treats them better and you just don't know what to believe really. But my point is, you've touched on in Capricorn there's an authenticity and
yeah,
being consistent with how you feel about something and how your actions are 9 times out of 10 when things don't work out because there's some kind of disconnect. Our
mhm,
energy vibration is not matching up with some level of our consciousness. So
right.
this is a time to, try to get all these layers in sync with,
And I really feel that, because I don't know what the lead up is for the Leo, full moon. Um Maybe that's just taking it to the next level, based off of what kind of
well,
things that
a
we're going.
Leo full moon is pretty dramatic. So you can expect some drama and some fire, the creativity,
Well,
So,
hopefully it's more creative and passionate than the
right,
other type of fire. And
right, right. Well, the way it's been going for the last 2 or 3 years, it's a combination of all of it. Just depends on where you are, right?
Hmm. Yeah, no, like the start of this new year, it's been different, right? Like, at least for me, like, because I was working on some projects before I left, and then when I came back, I'm not working on those projects anymore. And so it's like, okay, this kind of threw me for a loop, but like that's okay, because I wanted to focus more on my own personal projects than other people's projects. And
Right,
that's okay, because I felt like it was a waste of time. And I could probably better redirect my time and my focus, energy, and attention on the things that I can control, rather than like things that are out of control, which I was like, okay, well, fuck, if I can't, like, do anything about it, then, whatever. But I know that, I can work on this, and I can do like the best that I can for this,
right,
rather than trying to help somebody, in their endeavors, and they can't make up. their mind or whatever, or maybe the resources aren't there for them to continue on with the project. And that's fine with me. I at least, if somebody can be honest with me, they're like, hey, if you can't do it, just tell me. Don't fucking drag the shit out to the last minute and just say, well, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, you know. Because like for me as a Capricorn, I'm a planner. I'm gonna fucking plan this shit like weeks in advance
Right.
so I know like what the next steps would be, not like, oh shit, on the day of, and
Right.
then like, oh, okay, well, at least I have a plan B, like if I didn't have
Yes.
a fucking plan B, because other team members don't have a fucking plan, then
Right.
okay,
Just go
so
by their shirt tail.
yeah, so it kind of like put me off, but at the same token it's okay because like now everything is going in my direction, and that's quite fine. It's just I lost time out of it that I can't get back,
Right.
and that's okay. So
And Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, I can't emphasize enough. Father time is about our days in and out in our life and how we spend our time and what we put our time in because you can't get it back.
exactly, and I know how it works.
That's a
and then
lesson, to
and if
learn.
somebody like don't understand that because they're just not evolved or not thinking like they're not there. I don't know. It's just, you
I
have to.
think, you know, over the last 5 years, there's been a chaos energy amongst people, and I see it like frayed ends of wires, right? Like
Mhm.
people are very reactive as opposed to
Proactive, right?
right, and also knowing in themselves what they believe and what they believe is truth.
Mhm.
So a lot of the configurations we've been through with 2025 have all to do about unearthing the truth
Mhm.
and discovering that what we've thought the truth was is not. And people can be very freaked out about that.
I've learned a lot though. So, I've been scrolling on social media and people can call up like an AI clip and they're like, "Oh, I'm so tired of this fake,
Right.
stuff." Because now it's mixed in with like real stuff, and
Right.
people they don't want to be bothered with looking at the fake stuff. Now like people are using their discernments, of
I'm
what's
so
real.
happy to see that too, because I think initially AI was just being lapped up like, oh, this is so cool and everything, and it's really not. It's
No, because now it's like we have to filter through like what's real and what's not,
right.
and then we have to use like our own like
And
common
like
sense.
learning, that discernment and practicing, you
I
know,
think it kind of trained us to know like what's real and what's not,
yeah,
or what we perceive to be what's real and what's not. But some is like pretty obvious.
yeah.
Um, but the other thing is that there's a big reliance on ChatGPT. I hate to say it. So if you're given an assignment and they're like, I want you to do some research, and I want your opinion on this. I'm like, okay, I'll write. And then the feedback I get is, I'm like really disappointed because it looked like you didn't put much thought into it. I'm like, look, asshole, I sat here and I watched every fucking video. I researched, and what do you want from me? Like, the first question was a yes or no answer, and the second one was like describe. Okay, well they didn't say like describe in a whole paragraph and then like subsections and
Right.
subparagraphs and stuff, right? Like
Right.
like it just said describe. Like it was just pretty general. And then come to find out what they're looking for when they're talking about research is chat GPT information that, where you get a whole like structured outlined paragraph with, like section A, B, C, and D, and then like, like one, two, and three,
That
and all this.
isn't always factual or true.
Right. And so I'm like, well, what are they looking for? Are they looking for like a bunch of like, because I've noticed this with some of the people I've worked with who are like in different positions, like higher positions, and just because they use Chat GPT, they feel like they're just so smart, and they're
Well, you
using the
know,
recommendation, for it's like, well, let's just go ahead and change it like this, because ChatGPT, says this. So like, and I really like it, so let's just go with this,
what
and
really unnerves me about this trend is people don't use their brain,
no,
right? The reliance on the electronic highway. The word research is research. That means you're going over and over different resources, different angles of things. It's not just a sentence in an app that spits out an answer. Research is relook again, look in that corner, look under that tile. I mean,
I mean,
and
I'm not gonna knock it. Like, those sources, they can scrub the internet and they can
yeah,
find resources and search for
yeah.
it faster than I can. I give it that much. But
But then using your own creative mind to formulate something from a human heart, I, that is what artificial intelligence is missing. It doesn't
right.
have the human heart.
No, like they know like the technical aspects, of it. And that's good. And they offer like really good suggestions. I'm not gonna lie. But, if somebody like if someone were to ask you to do something, they don't want that anymore. They want ChatGPT answers. I've come to realize that, and I'm like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for ChatGPT? Because that's what happened. Like I was giving my own personal answers, and they're like, "This is what it is. This is garbage." I'm like, okay. So I gave them the ChatGPT with the fucking emojis and all this and that
Right.
comes with it, and they like, "Oh yeah, this is great. I love it." I'm like, I don't know. So I
It will all come full circle, right? Everything works in cycles. So,
right. So there's going to be a limit to where they're going to find out because like the slow ones are thinking like this is still gravy. But like for the
well,
ones who have been like vets in the industry and have seen it all and
yeah,
then based on experience, like they would know like, okay, this is good, but it's also it needs, this aspect to it, which is what it's missing.
like a
So
script.
yeah.
And, they've already caught, like in some court documents where attorneys have used Chat GBT for briefs, and Chat GBT makes up completely erroneous sites that don't exist. And so then the attorneys are just, pumping it out, relying on it, and not
Well, they
researching,
fact checked it too. Like,
right,
no, don't just like,
right.
go
So
out
fact
and then go
checking,
golfing, hey,
yes, fact checking GBT is important.
yeah, it is.
It gives you a structure to begin with, but still
No, because
takes,
yeah, it takes
that
a little like
development.
time to even get the right answers anyway sometimes. I mean, it's good, it has
Right,
improved, but it's still not 100% because like I've used it time and time again, and then it'll ask me some question and go down the rabbit hole, and then
right,
it go deeper. It's like, well, did you mean this? Like A, B, and C? And I'm like, okay,
right. It definitely helps trigger inspiration. If you're just
mhm.
sort of stuck trying to figure out where to start on something, It definitely has that verbiage and
It does.
something.
I'm not gonna lie, it does come out with some really good stuff, but it's really disappointing when if it's your job, that's what
Right.
people want, and they don't want nothing else if it doesn't come from ChatGPT, and I'm like, "Okay, well, my opinion doesn't matter, but yeah, let's just go run this script and let's just be
It's going
done
to
with
be
our."
interesting as it evolves because with, Pluto and Aquarius, it will continue to evolve and become even more intricate with the humanoid element.
Mm,
You know?
which is already happening.
Right. I think it's
Um,
going to get even more. I don't know. I just think there's moderation and everything. And don't forget to go outside and be in the sunshine and feel the earth beneath your feet. Take breaks from the electronics and, not rely heavily on them to have all your answers. Like, you can be talking to somebody and, oh, remember that book or that movie? What was that name? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I've really tried to not Google it, like try to remember on your own what it is you're trying to remember, whether it's a word or, um, and then sometimes it's just like, I can't think of it and I'll Google it. And it's like, as soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, I knew that. But our
mhm.
brains are just so saturated with the electronics, it's just,
Well, it's just too much information that we're pumping in on a daily
yeah,
basis, and I think that the people have been in the marketing field, they're well aware of this, and so they'll use every little instance, every type of intel,
right.
how to like remarket or put something in front of you, to get like a sale or
I
something.
just had this thought I want to mention too. The other thing Neptune represents is pharmaceuticals.
Mm,
So, you know, I'm going to do one more little soapbox and then I swear I'll put it away.
okay.
I I can't believe how passive we are as a society and not outraged at the money and the power pharmaceutical companies have in the entertainment world, in the government. I have become so disgusted with all the ads and marketing for drugs. And why aren't people more outraged about that? It really bugs me that as a society we've accepted that pharmaceutical companies are one of the largest lobbyists of the government, and the
Mm,
money that transfers between politicians and drug companies and insurance companies is disgusting.
mhm, mhm.
So, with Neptune Saturn, I wonder what the structure will happen to pharmaceuticals. Now, you know that I have an insurance license and I
Mhm,
do part time Medicare work. I will tell you that in 2025, it has been the most disruptive market in insurance I've ever seen. I got my license in 2011.
mhm.
And what's been happening is insurance companies are dropping products. They are um, discontinuing paying commissions to agents,
What?
and like AI is becoming the customer interface. So they're driving
But
everything
those
to
people, they
portals.
need the human interaction. Like, old people don't know how to speak to a bot.
So
Like,
this is what I'm really curious to see how Neptune Saturn unfolds for 2026,
mm,
specifically in health, pharmaceuticals, insurance, because I've already seen this fall with Medicare open enrollment, major disruption like I've never seen before.
Mhm.
Insurance companies have done what they call a blackout, where
Mhm.
they're not accepting agents to contract with anymore. If you don't already have a contract with them to sell their
Mhm.
products, they're not accepting any new contracts. Um, Drug plans for Medicare, that's always been not a lot of money, but you get a few bucks for every application, and in 2025, they don't even want agents to sell them. They just want you to call an 800 number and sign up over the phone, and they've completely cut out commissions for drug plans. So my luck, the way my luck goes, all fall for open enrollment, all I kept getting were questions about drug plans. Well, I'm not going to tell somebody I can't help you, I'm not getting a commission. But I
Mhm.
spent the entire 9 weeks of open enrollment doing lots of free work, which hopefully, I've earned some angel wings that will come back, you know, at some point in the future. But I'm telling you that you're seeing healthcare plans under a huge microscope right now. You're seeing pharmaceutical companies um, kind of being, like the overlord of the FDA, making them put warning labels on certain things.
Mm.
Um, it's an interesting mix, but the point is it's being disrupted. And I embrace that. I think we all need to embrace that disruption because it's been way too dominant and gloated, with a few people making tons of money and an inadequate system of services to consumers, providers retiring, dropping out of the field, young doctors not getting in the field,
Mm.
because the concept of a doctor coming out of medical school and having an independent practice, those days are gone. They are
Mhm.
bought by corporations because liability insurance has become so outrageous because of frivolous lawsuits and the corruption between all the various parties and the consumers who's been hurt. And so for it to get better, it's got to be disruptive. So I think we have to go through sort of a uncomfortable feeling of not knowing what our footing is. But I do believe that the disruption ultimately is to somewhat um, set it on a better trajectory to make health the center point, not the money or the cost. Um, I saw an interesting interview with a doctor about HMOs, and that stands for Health Management Organization, and it's all about keeping within a network for your plan to work.
Mhm.
Well, the marketing has always been, well, if we keep your circle of doctors small, we can better oversee your health care, right? If you're going to too many doctors, you're getting, or not having your health care managed, well, we just can't keep you healthy. And that's been what they've spoon fed consumers for 20, 30 years. And
Mhm.
what the
Mhm.
truth is the HMO is the insurance company telling a doctor what they will pay for a procedure. And if they don't think the procedure is necessary, they're not going to pay. And this hurts like the really like senior elderly segment of society, where if they don't think an 83-year-old person is worth having a pacemaker put in there to help them, they won't pay. And that's not the Hippocratic oath, and that's not our moral foundation. And this is that again, that moral part that we're going to start seeing being debated, the morality of artificial intelligence, the
Mhm.
morality of how insurance companies predicate healthcare. Um, I've seen a lot of doctors' practices go out of business, which whoever thought like a hospital would go out of business,
Mhm.
or some large doctor's practice. Well, that's what the economy and the mismanagement of the whole industry has done. And Neptune, Saturn is right in the thick of the healthcare industry. So I feel hopeful. It's uncomfortable right now. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know our footing, but it can't keep going the way it's been.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when I say it's a
So,
really exciting
do you
time to be alive, it's these kinds of questions of society and morality that, yeah, we don't really know if things get torn down, what replaces it, but it can't keep going the way it's been going.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
It is interesting because, like, there are things in the world stage that is being disrupted too,
Yeah.
which is what we're not used to. But not sure if it's for the greater good, but I think it is. I don't know. Like, I haven't felt it on a personal level, yet, to
Well, I think
really.
if we go back to, we just want the truth.
Mhm.
I think if we all just focus on ferreting out what is the truth, what is that saying? The truth will set you free.
Yeah,
I mean, it's corny, but it's like, I think all we really want is a fair playing field and the truth. You know, we've all
I
kind
think
of been
so.
manipulated on many different levels that have not, you know, maybe produced the peaceful heart, you know.
It's just so much out there. I really think that in the medical field, it's different here in the United States than in other countries, because of the level of healthcare that they offer to the people. And also, like, I think in like different areas, um, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, it's part of that whole moral part that we're going to be seeing unfold for 2026, where we're
Mhm.
questioning these things.
I don't know. I just feel like this year, it's like, when we thought that, like, after COVID, we would go into, like, a limbo phase. I think that was, like, last year, right? Like, transitioning out of, the old and going into the new. But I still feel like we're still going into the new. Like,
Right.
this may be, like, the beginning
There's
of the
still,
new.
yes, there's still disruption to be had for sure.
Right. Like, it still doesn't feel like it's on track yet.
Right. Yeah. Getting a little more direction than last year.
Yeah, a little bit, but, there's still, like, some redos and,
People waking up and giving a damn, and not just accepting what gets ticker taped over the internet. Oh,
mm,
that's Luna.
I know.
Well, let's pull some cards. I've
Okay,
got
okay.
a different deck here. It's called the Antique Anatomy Tarot.
Mm. And then for today, I will use, The Ocean of Emotion by, Bridget Rao.
This is by Claire Goodchild.
Okay, let me see her. Okay, so we have Aries.
So let's see. We're going to have Neptune and Saturn enter Aries in April. That's anticipated to be a huge shift. a positive huge shift. So we'll see. Oh, so Aries. Oh, you got integrity and I got justice.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the right thing.
That's
Okay.
funny. Those two go together very well.
Mm-hmm. So
Justice is about balance. It's
it
a
looks like,
brain,
yeah, heart and brain, it looks like.
right? And Aries is about the head.
Mm-hmm. So
Justice.
Aries, I mean, are you, maybe this is a time to just do the right thing, do what's right, do what's in your heart, you know. If
Mind.
you
What
if
is
you're
it?
like more cerebral.
Listening to the heart and not the monkey mind.
Mhm.
Well, and
Mhm.
Aries is famous for compulsive reaction.
Yes.
So maybe taking a little time to not
Feel.
react.
Mhm.
I actually had another one here. Um, the Knight of Coins, and coins in this deck are pentacles.
Oh, okay, it's a deadhead.
The Deadhead, right. Yeah, Aries, just take a chill pill, listen to some Grateful Dead music, have a beer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Aries is always very active and hard to be patient and sit still.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, so just do more feeling instead of like being in your headspace.
Yes.
Mhm.
Taurus, we have Uranus still in Taurus at 27 degrees. So, that's been the uh, the whole agricultural attention and food chain.
Mhm.
So we have the Queen of Pentacles here.
Okay, so mine says warmth. I miss you and your warmth. Wow.
So maybe a romantic dinner is on the table for Taurus.
Maybe you work too much and you need a little tender loving care. You miss someone that um you were with.
The Queen of Pentacles is the business end of Taurus too, with the financial piece. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe Taurus should spend a little money on themselves.
Yeah, a little self-love.
Yeah,
Now this lady looked like she's going dancing.
right. Around here they have a night downtown that's a salsa night at a club.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a date or anything. You just show up and have all kinds of people you can dance with.
I would be so embarrassed. But I guess it's good,
It's
for
like it's like Tuesday nights. It's like,
Tuesday for salsa.
yeah, I think about wanting to go, but then it's like it's a Tuesday night. I don't know.
It should be like Thursday at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Like come on, like for
Constant
salsa,
weekend.
like get the weekend started. So now we have Gemini. Hmm. Choices.
Choices. Oh goodness gracious! So elixirs in this are cups. So we have the Six of Cups,
Hmm.
and I also have Three of Blades, which is a Three of Swords. So this is a Six of Cup
Hmm.
and Three of Swords for Gemini.
Mhm.
and you have choices. So,
Yeah. Not knowing which path to take. Um, I don't know, just like feeling,
I feel like Gemini might not be feeling all that great.
it almost feels like they have to make a decision, and it's not an easy decision. Uh,
Right,
it hurts, so that's why they don't know what to do. I mean, there's 3 doors here. I mean, it may be more than 1, 2 doors. It could be
right.
3.
I would say follow your heart.
Hmm. Was it the one on the right or the left?
Cups. So pretty emotional.
Mhm. Yours, it says labs. Is that what it says? Or is that pharmaceutical
Yes,
stuff?
yes, yes, yes. These are like apothecary jars, elixirs. They're
Uh-huh.
elixirs.
Maybe they don't know what to take. Yeah, the path to health or the other paths,
Well, just remember, they're just practicing.
Just practice. Oh, how many lives do they get? So next we have Cancer.
Yeah. So we have Jupiter in Cancer. So it's been sort of a gut wrenching placement while it's retrograde.
Hmm.
Three of Cups, though. That's a healing card.
Mm-hmm. It has love potion, joy tonic, and what's that other one? Blues elixir?
Bliss.
Oh,
Elixir.
bliss. Oh, okay.
And you
Yeah, and it's
have,
yeah, open. I'm afraid of opening up my heart again.
oh,
To love.
of course you are Cancer. You're wounded all the time.
Open up. Cancer is gonna need some of that liquor.
Yeah. I can say this because I have a Cancer moon, but Cancer can be very maudlin and hang on to the past. And we really do have to practice it, starting every day fresh and more optimistic and not bemoaning things that have happened or
Well, you
staying
know
in
what
the
they
present,
say,
you know.
liquor make it go quicker. Liquor.
Yeah.
Maybe we gotta loosen up.
Yeah.
Um, So next we have Leo.
Our Leo full moon coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. So I have balanced.
Let's see. This would be the Four of Wands. So
Yeah, it says balanced, and then it says I'm really trying to find a balance in love and life.
that sounds nice. And this is creative energy, the Four of Wands.
Mm-hmm. Really, a Four of Wands is also like a sign of balance, being balanced. Like it means stability, foundations, a home.
So
Um,
what does it say there on the rock?
it says I'm really trying to find a balance in life and in love.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll claim that.
So maybe it'll be a good full moon.
I've been trying to do some early spring cleaning. I kind of got in that nesting mood to clean out and reorganize.
Me too. Like today I put on my list to clean out my closet. because I'm a paper hoarder. And I know I have paper from 10 years ago or something, like, it
Right.
needs to go. But I know if I throw it away, there might be that one piece of important paper stuck in
So you got to
between
go
all.
through them. Yeah.
So you have to like really go through them to make sure that it's not something that I need to hold on to. But I've noticed that like my whole closet on the outside is full. I have paper in my bedroom closet. I have papers stacked on top of the washer and dryer. I have papers in a corner off somewhere. Like they're everywhere. And so I'm like, okay, I know I want this done. I can't get it done today. Let's just do like, I don't know, a box or two, like
Or
every other.
you could
Yeah.
also approach it with, I'll give it 30 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, 30 minutes a day or something like
30 minutes is not enough to look at a box. Like,
Right, like not looking at I have to do the whole thing, but like chip away at it with set time.
once I go, I gotta do the whole box. Like, so
Yeah,
it really depends. I'll just limit myself one box. I'll give myself 1 hour. So that way, if I want a snack or a drink, in the
right.
process, then I'll do that too.
Then reward yourself with a break after you've done.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll give myself an hour to go through a box. And then I have like 10, maybe 15 boxes, so, and
Do
then
you,
taxes are coming up. So gotta do that too. I'm not looking forward to that, but yeah. Anyway, so are we on to Virgo now?
we are on to Virgo. Yeah,
Oh,
getting organized, Virgo.
yeah, yeah, that's what that is. Hmm. Okay. I have three that came out. Hmm.
I have two.
Oh wow, you have a couple also?
Yes, I have the 10 of Swords and the Hierophant.
Oh, those are some dark cards. I also have something dark too. It says, "Dark, I'm afraid you're not going to want me if you see the truth." The other one is, "Sorry, please forgive me." And then the other one is, "Balanced. I'm really trying to find balance in life and love."
Oh,
So, like the Ten of Swords is like being stabbed in the back. And then what is the other ones? One, two, three.
Hierophant.
Oh,
And
Hierophant. Okay. I don't know, maybe this is about something like a relationship or something.
something
Maybe.
where we've learned our lesson, Virgo.
Mhm. Because there's something maybe Virgo is dealing with a someone or something that is hard to see the truth. Like isn't like the Pluto thingy about
Pluto
going,
Venus conjunction.
yeah, to the depths of something, getting to the bottom of things, and then maybe receiving an apology or you apologizing to someone and then trying to balance things out. Something that needs to end so that you can have like a new beginning.
I also feel like this is stress over making some kind of commitment.
Hmm.
What's that middle card there?
It says, "Sorry, please forgive me."
Hmm.
And that's balance.
Balance.
And then this is the dark. "I'm afraid you're not going to want me if you see the truth." What is that? Can't tell what that is. It's like a piece of cloth or something.
At first, I thought it was like a girl curled up.
Hmm. It can be anything.
Yes. One of those ink dot tests you take.
Uh-huh. Like, what do you see?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know, Virgo. I get this feeling like you're being really hard on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, they tend to worry warts.
Mm-hmm. Like too much. So
Yeah.
probably just find balance and this dark energy. You know.
And the wisdom, the hierophant, your inner wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, next we have Libra.
Oh, this is funny. I
Oh yeah.
actually I have two. So we have the Queen of Swords.
Hmm.
Oh, wait a minute, I have three. Queen of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Four of Cups. And on the cups, it's arsenic, morphine, cyanide, and heroin.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, that's a little toxic right there. And then in mine, I have surprise. I have a beautiful surprise plan for you. Now, I don't know. I take that as a bad thing.
Very
um,
bad sense of humor.
yeah, like surprise. You got a disease.
So
You
you've
know,
got the one card, just one came out.
yeah, just one.
So we have the Queen of Swords,
Mm-hmm.
Ten of Sword
Ten of
blades. I mean, the
wands.
Queen of Swords, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So
The
someone
Ten
who,
of Wands and the
mm-hmm.
Four of Cups.
I would say like the truth of maybe hearing something and it's not good. Like I feel like it's toxic, and
Yeah, some
it's
kind of hidden.
like a shock, the shocking revelations or shocking news.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's not beautiful. It may have been beautiful in the beginning, but it turned out to be like crap at the end. Because the eyes are closed here, and maybe the Libra, you didn't see this coming, but maybe you did. Um, but it came to you as a surprise because you didn't see it.
And the Four of Cups. Um, oops. This one has some bad
Yeah,
addiction here.
yeah, it's like those are things that could probably kill you or put you into a
Right.
state like intoxication of some sort. Yeah, that's not good.
Libra. Queen of Queen of Swords. So
Hmm. Queen of
being more
Swords is always about the truth.
and being more quick-minded,
Hmm.
being more witty, or
But yeah, just kind of like hear them out.
not overthink it.
Don't react too much. Like don't be quick to cut
Yeah,
them,
off
like
your head. Lean
because
into that Scorpio part of your month.
it's going to like it's a lot. So just like it's kind of like taking a step back after receiving the news and not being so reactive. You know.
Well, this is lovely for Scorpio, I guess these are vertebrae. It's the star
Mm.
card.
Oh, okay. Well, I got the balance card again. That seems to pop out.
Yeah. So that's
So
pretty good, Scorpio.
yeah. It says I'm really trying to find a balance in life and in love. So, I have a ringtone, and the ringtone that chimes at 9 o'clock, it says balance is, oh, I forgot what it says. Balance is more.
Oh, well, and the
So,
star is promises fulfilled.
mhm. Well, life and love is great. That's what living is all about.
So Scorpio is getting kind of a reprieve from all the pressure they've been under for a while.
Mhm. Oh, well, that's good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they've
always
been through
nice.
it.
It's always nice to have a break.
Yeah, the pendulum swings back.
Yeah, they get a timeout.
Yes.
So next is Sagittarius.
So I got a page of pentacles.
Hmm. Ooh,
Says
and I have codependent. My hands are tied. Hmm.
so some kind of financial obligation, maybe.
Yeah, being stuck on someone or something, like they can't leave or they can't do something, and they may be acting a little bit immature about it, possibly, or hmm.
Pentacles, page of pentacles. So some kind of financial obligation or debt.
Yeah, I just feel like maybe Sagittarius may be stuck in a situation that they probably can't get out of, and they're really depending on someone or something, and that's why they can't get out of it. So if you're tied in with another person and they're like, "Well, why haven't you left?" or "Why are things the way they are?" and Sag is like, "Well, my hands are tied. I can't leave."
This skeletal figure kind of looks childlike.
Yeah, it could be because of child obligations. Maybe they have to pay child support or, do something with children. Maybe they're codependent on the other person, because their life isn't all in order. Maybe also Sagittarius could be acting childish, saying that their hands are tied. So it can go different ways. However, if it's Sag. But it feels like they could be controlled.
That and it never stays the same, so it will change.
Yeah, it always changes. Yeah. Wherever the wind blows.
It's what you can count on. Things don't stay the same.
Hmm. So next we have Capricorn.
New moon, a stellium in Capricorn.
Mm. Oh,
So we have four pentacles.
yeah, and I have faithful. I know we will find our way back to each other in divine time. So holding on to what you got and holding on to the faith.
So what are these pictures? Different, we've got the jawbone.
Yeah, that's my teeth that was like going
Yeah.
out. Ah, need my teeth. There'll be a day where I need my dentures.
And teeth represent financial issues.
But yeah, that could be a thing. Having faith It'll all come back.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Having faith, you'll always have what you need.
mhm, which is true. There's some other stuff on that. I can't tell what it is. It looks like a conch shell, or is that a hip bone? I don't know.
It kind of
Is
looks
that
like a
feet?
foot or something.
Yeah, it looks like feet.
And two
Oh,
of the top
no.
two are jawbones.
So that's the teeth. That's like the top part, and that's the bottom part.
Yeah.
And that's the face. The way I look at that, if we wanted to look at pictures, is that I had a sinus situation and it affected my teeth.
Yeah.
But luckily that went away. My feet are dry. So I need some lotion.
Maybe that is more teeth. Maybe it's all different angles.
Angles of teeth and
I
the
think it
whole like,
is all teeth.
oh, okay. No,
Which
no, I think you're right.
interestingly enough, teeth are related to money,
Mhm. Mhm.
which is Saturn, the bone.
So maybe holding on to the job or holding on to what you got, staying faithful or hopeful that it'll come back.
Having a financial structure, faith that
So that's another thing too, like, dealing with my programmer that I kicked out of the company. Well, my marketing girl has reached out to me, and
interesting.
uh yeah, my programmer, well, he's a boss now, so he let her go after
Really?
I've groomed her for a year, and he just kept her for 1 year just to spite me, I think, and then let her go. And so she had contacted me while I was on vacation, and she was like, "I got the notice. He's letting me go." I'm like, "Okay." So
But she
uh,
wasn't exactly loyal to you, was she?
I've seen some stuff on there. I don't I don't know if he's hired several other programmers on the side to do some of the work, but what she tells me is that no, she's never done anything, just a few things here and there, but not like full on projects and stuff. Because if that were the case, then I would have been lit. It's not only that he is using my girl, he's overcharging me too, you know. And then I asked her, I said, "Well, how much is he paying you?" And then it's pretty much what I thought I was supposed to be paying her, which I know is bullshit. So I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and contact him to see if that's true. So I haven't contacted him, but I wanted to scare her,
Right,
because if she's gonna pull a lie, that's gonna be the end of it. Because like I want her to be truthful and honest with me.
right,
I'm not taking shit for Sherlock, that's for damn sure. Like they're not taking me for a ride. So
right.
yeah, this girl's learned. You know what I mean?
I do.
I guess that's the Capricorn in me, like hell or high water.
Right. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
Yeah,
shame on me.
yeah. Uh,
That's hard stuff to get through,
mhm.
navigate.
Well, so I do have stuff. So I told her, I said when I came back, I will look at her resume and I will see how she would fit into the company and if I could use her for at least a year, to commit her to have her on the team for about a year. And so I just got a little, a high today.
Yeah,
So I told her, I said, I need another week because last week I was kind of sick and I was jet lagged and I wasn't 100%, but this week I'm on board. So I told her to give me another week, let me look at it and I'll find out. So it's a lot of planning, right? Like
Right. It's
I
a
gotta
commitment too.
it's a commitment. I gotta plan for the whole year. I gotta see where she fits in, what tasks she can do. And also I have to spend time writing up the things that she needs to do, have a meeting with her, and then follow up and make sure that she's doing it. So checking
And
behind her
investment.
work,
Yeah.
it's a lot. So I don't know. I have to think on that one. But anyways, we're on to Aquarius, and I have responsible.
And I have judgment.
Oh, okay. It says I need to start saving myself instead of everyone else, and ain't that a damn shame?
That's very true for all of
Yeah,
us.
it's true. Um, and that's judgment or death?
Judgment.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Hmm. So Aquarius is like the helper, right? They're the ones, the water bearer. They
A
like to,
humanitarian.
yeah, they like to like save the freaking world.
Right.
So I think that's going to be true for Aquarius for this year. Is that instead of like doing for others, they need to do more for themselves.
Rebirth.
Mm-hmm. Like really thinking more. Like I know that they're cerebral, but they need to think more about themselves than for others before,
Right.
because I know this from my own personal my person, and he likes to help everybody. But what he's come to find out is that people use and abuse his services.
Right.
He's tired of it. And I'm like, how many years does it take for you to figure that shit out?
Right.
I was like, it's time for you. You do you, boo boo.
Right. Good advice.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to help, but not all the time. Anyway. So next we have Pisces.
That's where we have the Neptune Saturn conjunction right now.
So is that why things are a little bit hazy?
It's definitely a challenging time for clarity and truth.
Well, I got depressed for Pisces.
Oh, I got King of Swords.
Hmm. So it says nothing matters anymore. I give up. Well, ain't that?
Oh, damn, Pisces. You can be so over melodramatic.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth, right? King of Swords.
Yeah,
Yeah, I give up.
he's got a sword going through his head.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds you of your intuition and to tap into that psychic faculty.
Well, also Pisces is a very giving person
Empathetic.
too. Yeah, like they care. They're all in their feelings and stuff, and maybe they're overloaded,
So the best cure for depression is to go help somebody else. Get your
mm-hmm.
mind off yourself.
Which I think they do. Mm. So they might crawl into their little hole and then they'll come out and then.
Rescue a kitty cat or a puppy dog.
Oh, look at this!
Yeah,
Ruff, ruff.
just
Oh.
get your attention off of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
That's been kind of a deep philosophical overview for everybody. I don't think anybody really had any.
well, Scorpio had a little
Yeah,
breathing space.
and that's kind of different, isn't it, for
That
Scorpio?
is different for Scorpio. They get something at least out of this.
Yeah, they get a little reprieve from all the intensity.
But I think like this energy is not like even though that it's like a new moon, it doesn't feel like it's that starter type of moon. It's more
Right.
like uh, the groundedness.
Like reorganization keeps coming to my brain.
Yeah, for me, it's like, just chill out.
Yeah.
Let's think this through. Let's write our little list and then knock it out.
Yeah. Love our lists.
Well, that's what it is for me. Like, I wrote my little list and I only got like two out of the like 50 things done because other things keep coming up and
Yeah.
stuff. Um,
One of
but
the
yeah.
things that I've been trying to practice is embrace those two things. Like feeling overwhelmed is because I want to get it all done at once, and that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But like sort of celebrating every little victory and not just, feeling defeated because the whole colada didn't get done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the whole thing with Capricorn energy. Like, we like to persevere and we'll stick it through thick and thin, no matter
Right.
how difficult it could be, even though that we don't see like it like right away.
Right.
We know that with diligence and faith or whatnot, we will get there. You just
Right.
have to stick through it, um, because we kind of know like what the end will be. So it's almost like you want like the jackpot now. Like you want it now. Like why is it not here? You've been working so damn hard. Like why is it not here? But you know that if you work on it every day, little by little, it will get there. It may
Right.
not be on your terms, but
Right.
it will be there. You just gotta wait.
Yeah. Consistency and
Yeah,
perseverance, like you said.
Capricorns know to fucking wait. Like, we're like, yeah, take the number. Like, yeah. And it's something that we don't find difficult because we're used to it. And I think that like I don't know how like the whole planets are for like Capricorn or like what's been going on in the past decade for Capricorn, but I definitely do feel that. Like I work my ass off and I work really hard. Am I at the place where I want to be today? No, but I try to keep positive and I keep on trucking and
Right.
I do what little thing that I can, even though I don't see the big picture. But there are those little wins that you're talking about where like, some surprise comes through, or like you work so hard for years and then you get like this wonderful message that like melts your heart because that's worth more than anything, you
Right.
know, because you know that you've worked yourself up to that point and then you get validation or something from someone else, um, that describes like what you've been doing, and it's worth like more than $1 million in my opinion.
Yes.
And that kind of thing will like keep things going, and that's how you persevere and um, makes the world go round, I think. So it's
We have.
hard.
I want to say hello to Chuck Chipples. Thank
Oh,
you
let's
for
see.
joining us. Yeah.
Oh, chalk. Oh, chalk tipples. Hello.
I like that name.
Yes. So yeah, that's what it's like, or
And the
how I.
game, it just keeps on evolving. At the time you think we figured this one piece out, we'll get another aspect that stirs it up a little bit. We get to reevaluate and reposition, and it is a very exciting time to be alive for all that is
And
happening.
I think that I saw something recent because I don't know if I told you that one of my best friends, her husband committed suicide. Did I tell you about that?
No,
Okay, I'll tell you a quick story. I have a friend that I've known for such a long time, Now they've been stationed to Korea several times, and they're on their third leg, their third tour in Korea. So he came back to the United States. They live in North Carolina, and they went to the mountains, and then they went to the beach, and they had a grand old time. Now, mind you, uh, her husband had an alcohol problem, and he's been a functional alcoholic for some time, which I really didn't. I knew, but I didn't know the extent of it. She only mentioned to me once. Now
Right.
they've been married for almost like 8 years or more. I think decade or something like that. Well, they come back home. He said he couldn't take it no more, and they're in the kitchen, and he looked square in her eyes and pulled a gun and blew his brains out
Oh my God.
in front of her. And I know this is so like gory and stuff, but she never told me on social media. And this is how the thing with social media is, like, you always get like the good stuff on social media. I would have never known. I always thought that my friend was happy, and I'm intuitive. I didn't pick up on it because we didn't talk like that. We would talk every once in a while and catch up, but I didn't know that about her. Um, and she's having a hard time.
I
And when
bet.
she had the funeral service, I couldn't go because she's all the way in North Carolina, and I was like preparing to go travel abroad, and I was like, there's no way I can do all this and that. And so I sent her some flowers and stuff. But when I talked to her and she told me the whole story, I felt bad. I didn't know how to talk to her. I didn't know what to say because I knew that whatever I would say would not help her. And this is like her fifth marriage.
Oh my.
Yeah, I thought this was the one. I thought that she found the one. Like, it was like, a fairy tale thing where he knocked on her door and basically he wanted to rent the room upstairs, and
Wow.
how it happened, like, knock knock, and he came knocking on her door, and it was just easy. It's like, how did you have like your lover like just knock on the door and ask to see if they
Right.
can live upstairs? But that's how the story went. And um
That's so sad.
it hurts me in my heart that she is grieving, and I see it like on the social, and I know that she's seen pictures of me and mine of how we are, but like, she knows that I've waited many, many years before I put myself out there, because I didn't put myself out there until I knew I was ready, you know. But to see her now that she's without, and this happened before Halloween. So she went through Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas and New Year's without, the heaviest parts where all the holidays are present. And she went through that. And um, I've seen her pictures now. She looks like she lost some weight. She looks happy in some, but then I can see that there's like a hint of her not being happy. Like, you could see it in her eyes.
She'll never get over that. I mean, that's just something you don't
That is very hard. Like, to have that, you
vision.
know,
Right. The
that's like
blood, the
really
brains.
hard.
That's I hope she's getting some kind of grief counseling.
She is like, she's a military spouse. So they have it. She says it's crap, but it's something,
But it's something to try to process all of those feelings.
She's been through a lot, this girl. And her daddy has a good sense of humor, and therefore she has like that good old southern sense of humor. So she's a strong cookie for sure. But I just I feel bad because I'm her friend, but I don't know how to talk to her. I don't know. I want to check in with her, but I just,
Maybe just let her talk
well,
and you
yeah. So
listen.
she did. She would like message me, check in with me, told me that she was thinking of me, and I said I was thinking of her, but at the time it was around like Christmas, and it was in the thick of like doing holiday stuff. Um, but I told her, I said, well, just reach out to me when you feel the need. I said I'm like really busy with what's going on with, but I'll stop and have a chat with you whenever you have time or whenever I have time. So that's pretty much it. And to see her on the beach by herself, it's just, I feel bad. And every once in a while, it's just like with you, grieving with your friends and stuff. Like with mine, like during the holidays, I was like, you
It's
know,
life.
I know life is short, and you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Right.
But anyways, that was it.
Very tough. That's very tough. That's very
Yeah.
tough.
So,
Well, we just have to live each day to its fullest and put one step in front of the other, do our
mm,
best.
yeah. So, like you said, like, take each day, day by day, the living keeps living.
We
And
spend too
so,
much time, cogitating over the past or worrying about the future, and really all we have is right
yeah.
now. And yeah, making memories and just trying to be best we can
Mm-hmm.
where we can.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles. I don't know.
Things
That's how
like
life
that just
goes.
make you recognize how fragile life can be and how quickly it can change.
It can.
Slowing down is, I think, real important lesson from that.
I think so too. Like learning to do like the deep breath, learning to stay centered and focused and not have like the monkey mind, you know. Um, and if you have like some kind of issue, is it really that important or is it something that you can let go?
That's something that's going to matter 5 years from now.
Right, Um, and if not, just let it go. And I know it's easier said than done, but I think it takes like some mind training or just experience
And
and just
breath,
yeah,
breathing, and
yeah, because we can breathe.
finding
Yeah.
that stillness, the quiet,
Mhm.
letting our energy rejuvenate.
Yeah, because like you said, like the nervous energy when like you're in the wrong direction, like when we were having the personal talk,
Yeah,
just shaking it off.
right,
Getting that negative energy off because it doesn't belong to you.
right,
Because there's a lot of like negative energy. And always have to be sovereign and keep ourselves protected, to not attract that negative energy. But don't feel like you have to take on that negativity also.
right.
So yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, yeah,
And be forgiving for those that don't have that sort of depth of thought or care.
yeah. Because it can be like a little,
Yeah, it can
yeah,
be kind of frustrating.
kind of like Thanksgiving Day.
Right. One I'll never forget for sure. Lots of lessons in that.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, then. Well, I'm going to go let my puppy dogs stretch their legs and get ready for a new day. And this
mm-hmm.
has been great. I'm glad we caught up.
Yes.
And I'll put something together for the Leo full moon and send it to you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so I see that that is on a Sunday.
It is.
Do you want to do it on Sunday?
We certainly can.
Okay.
The next day is Groundhog Day, and then
Oh, is it?
on Tuesday, Uranus goes direct. Yeah, I hope I don't have the groundhogs like I had last year. Boy, I had like a family of them under my barn, and they were over the weight limit. Over the weight limit. What is
Well,
it? If he sees his shadow, it's 6 more weeks of cold weather. If he doesn't see his shadow, I always get that confused.
I get it confused too because I only remember it when it's the day of,
Right.
when they announce it and stuff. So.
Yeah. We're going to have longer light days here very soon, thankfully.
Yeah, well, for me, but I know you're going through a cold spell right now, but
Yes.
um, I'm not.
Too cold.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to my hot heat wave.
All right, then. Well, you get some rest and
Mhm,
let me know if you need anything, and we will
mhm.
reconvene very soon. I want to thank everybody for any time and energy
Yes,
here.
thank you.
All righty.
All right.
I
Okay.
will see you later. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Okay. Bye.